Hey there, sexy. My name is Sal Khan, and I have a mission of helping at least 20 people reach at least $10,000 per month in residual income by December 31st of 2018. I know that that is a very bold and audacious goal, but I have a plan. I have techniques and strategies that we're going to implement with me and those people that want to be a part of that journey to make that a reality in the next 10 months of what remains of 2018. Who am I to dare to do something as audacious as this? Well, I am someone that last year did over 10, 20x, even 25x that goal. And I believe now I have the capacity, the techniques, the connections, and the office where I am currently right now to help elevate at least 20 people to reach at least that bare minimum mark of $10,000 per month so that they have the opportunity to be full-time entrepreneurs. Today we are going to discuss the method through which we have an opportunity to reach those goals, and my goal is to get to those 20 people because that will ultimately lead me to the number that I have in my head for December 31st for myself, which is $100,000 per month. And as Brian Tracy says, if you help enough people get what they want, you'll get what you want in life. So we're going to discuss an opportunity. I'll give you the bullet point breakdown. I'll do further trainings along the methods of how we're going to execute on these later this week. But right now, I want to give you the overview of what drew me to this company, what drew me to visit them at their corporate headquarters twice, and allowed me to build this wonderful connection with the corporate part of the company and now have direct communication with them. So the name of the company is called NUI, and they have a mission that is as grand as the mission that I have, if not 10,000 times greater, which is they want to help 1 million everyday people reach a monthly residual income of $500 per month. Now, that may not sound super sexy to us ambitious individuals, but you're missing the second part, which is in the process of helping 1 million people reach that $500 per month, they will reach their second goal, which is to help at least 10,000 people reach a monthly residual income of $100,000 per month. Now, you see how the numbers are lining up with my goal and what this company's goal is, and I'm sure many of you guys also have six-figure a year or six-figure a month goal just like I do, and this is a route where we can align ourselves with a corporate vision that matches our vision. So as I mentioned, I went to go visit their corporate office in Salt Lake City twice, and even had lunch in New York City with the CEO, and he gave me his undivided attention and gave me a grander vision of what's going to happen later this year. And the question is, how do we actually now make this a reality? What do you do in NUI to earn your income? How do you build up to these big numbers when you might not have that much starting capital, when you might not have the time or the energy or the knowledge of how to actually build up income? We're going to discuss that right now. So NUI has two big branches that we're going to discuss, A and B. A is, I believe, what's going to be mass appeal. And I say that because it's easily relatable. B is something that requires a bit more knowledge, but it's fully automated and fully passive. You just have to know how to operate that. So A is something that the everyday person with very little threshold of knowledge can understand, because it is essentially a series of different marketing companies that are wanting their consumers' feedback, going to NUI and saying, here are the advertising dollars that we're spending already to get our consumers' feedback on our products and services. If you guys can channel our offers of getting these feedbacks from the audiences, then we can pay you the advertising dollars and you can share that with the audience. So that's exactly what NUI has done. They've put together all these various offers that you might normally see other companies put out there, and they vet them all to make sure that they are legitimate, that they do deliver on them, and ultimately you do activities on your phone that either take up a few minutes of your time or even deeper to give you deeper results, whether it be doing surveys, doing any sort of questionnaires, providing feedback in terms of trial offers and whatnot. And all these come with a certain amount of points, or in their case, what they're doing is converting those points into a cryptocurrency, which is like actual, has actual value that you could redeem, and you can redeem those cryptocurrencies called Kala, which actually I've been very much briefed on. This is their cryptocurrency, and this is their white paper, which they're going to be releasing to the public come next month. And you can take the Kala and redeem them for not only physical goods, whether it be phones and other electronics, but also for very liquid things like a gift card, like a Walmart or Amazon, and that is just as good as cash. So that's a concept that I believe the general masses will understand. Like, hey, here's a way for you to do activities on your phone and earn a Walmart gift card. That doesn't require a high threshold of understanding. Hey, like these companies are wanting my feedback. This Nui company is vetting them all to make sure that if I do my part, the companies will pay. In fact, it's almost like it's in an escrow because they're using what's known as smart contracts that whenever the consumer fills their part, the other side automatically pays that individual. So that is a huge part of Nui, and that is a very appealing part to the general masses. The other part, which is very powerful, is the part that taps into the cryptocurrency side. And if you have delved into cryptocurrency, you know that there's 3 ways you can make money with cryptocurrency. You can buy and hold, you can trade it, or you can mine it. And they are in that category of mining cryptocurrency, and they're doing it in a very intelligent way because they're being selective about which cryptocurrency they mine per week, because it changes based on what's most profitable. And so they don't want to just commit to just these cryptocurrencies, even if they're not profitable next week. Some companies will continue to mine the same cryptocurrencies. Here, they're very dynamic. They will change with what is profitable for that week. That's why they're able to squeeze out extra percentage. In fact, there's been a dip in the cryptocurrency market, and some mining operations have not been able to yield a profitable return for their customers, and have to tell their customers, oh, you don't get paid this week or this month because we haven't been able to produce a return. Every week, their mining side, which is called Mintage Mining, has produced a profitable result. In fact, the average return has been about 3.2%. Now, of course, past performance does not indicate future results, but if you do the average and you believe that cryptocurrency has a future, you know that mining will be a integral part of doing transactions with cryptocurrency. And so here's what's very, very interesting about the mining operations. The minimum mining agreement is $25. Now, what does that mean? For $25, you are basically buying into an agreement that every week, whatever their return is, that you'll get that percentage of the amount that you have bought as that mining agreement. So it can be anything above $25, $26, $37, $3,600, whatever amount you want above that $25. And the beautiful part is that amount works for you for 12 whole months. Most mining operations actually do some time frame near the 6 to 8 months. So meaning you're getting extra longevity of the money working for you for those extra months. What's even more interesting, and what has made this company really, really catch my attention and my excitement and the possibilities of those 6-figure a month realities, is that they just in the past 2 weeks came out with an option for a 3-year agreement. And why that is so special is because your same amount of money, let's say you're going to start the year with $100 or $1,000 worth of those mining agreements. In the 1 year, that $1,000 would work until 12 months. In the 3 years, that same $1,000 would continue to produce you returns for 3 years. More significantly, for the 3-year agreement, you also get a 10% higher return than you do in the 1-year agreement, meaning that someone who starts out with a 3-year agreement would get their principal, if they were withdrawing on a daily or weekly basis, which is they pay out weekly, would get their funds back in hand faster than the person that did the 1 year contract. There's actually now no good reason to do the 1 year agreement versus the 3 years, which has a lot more longevity and higher weekly payouts than the 1 year. What's also very, very cool is that both of what I mentioned don't require you to speak to anyone, don't require any recruiting or selling. It's just between you and doing the efforts, or you and putting the money to work so it produces results. There is an optional affiliate side to it. If you decide to tap into it, it is extremely lucrative, especially if you don't have the capital or the time of building out those two streams without having to quit your job. But here's a way where you can actually build leverage through sweat equity, build a team on which every time someone in your organization does an activity, or based on the volume that they have in mining operations, you will get a commission. So that to me is very, very sexy, because now not only can I put myself to do those efforts to get the kala, to redeem those for gift cards and other cool tech, and they have like a lot of inventory there, but also I can put my money to work through the Mintage Mining side, and then I can put my connections to work, and that is extremely powerful because there is no end to that, as you may have a limited amount of capital. Even if you have $10,000 worth of capital and you're going to put this capital to work through the Mintage Mining side, well, now that that is working, you can put in the sweat equity to build up even more income, because you're maxed out by the amount of money that you have to put into the mining agreement. So it's very dynamic in terms of how you're able to earn both from your money going to work or you building a large organization. Here's what's even cooler. If you wanted to tap into this affiliate side, not only do you produce an income from you and all of your team's efforts, but there is a concept called spillover. And because this is a 3x10 matrix, meaning that it's a set number of positions in your organization, the person that referred you to this opportunity, whenever they decide to build a team, their team members will ultimately fall in your organization, leading you to earn commissions off of people that you have no idea existed. And that is a very, very powerful concept, because it gives you a jump start. It gives you the initial boost of seeing commissions and getting to visualize the possibilities of scaling that up. What's also very, very powerful is, in order to become a member of NUI in terms of being an affiliate, it's just $600. Now you may say you don't have $600. That's great, because it's actually not $600. I just wanted to throw that number out there, but it's actually just $125 per year. And you may find that as an excuse not to join, because like they're trying to take money from me. I don't have $125. I don't want to put money in until I see results. Great, they thought of that, because in the next few weeks they're going to be coming out with a free membership. Now, the free membership gives you access to doing the core activities, so you could earn the kala, which is the cryptocurrencies, which you can then cash out, or you can use that to buy other gift cards, or you can actually use the kala to buy mining agreements, so that that money that you made through sweat equity is now working and producing you more money over the course of 1 or most likely 3 years. So that's a really, really cool concept. But the free model allows someone to test out both the core side as well as the Mintage Mining side, because it allows someone to be able to buy at least $300 worth of the mining agreements and see the results on a weekly basis. Because they pay out weekly, you can see the results on a weekly basis. And from there, if they want to move up and buy more of the mining agreements, they need to then become a member for that 125. Now, if the annual part turns you off, realize that by the end of the first year, you would have made so much money that you'd be more than willing to pay thousands of dollars to keep your position, to keep this opportunity. So the 125 is nothing to worry about. I almost like to present the idea that it's 125 one time, because the profits will continue to pay out the annual membership. So don't let that be a barrier for you. I've gone to the corporate office, and it is no exaggeration. And by the way, you can verify what I'm saying, because I actually have a video tour of the corporate office that I'll be linking in the description. It is a gorgeous office. It is one of the biggest office I've seen. They have the entire floor. It is like offices within offices, and the caliber of people that's there used to work for other Fortune 500 companies. And one of the most significant people that I can mention is a guy named Jeff Romney. Now, if the name Romney sounds familiar, that's because he is the cousin of Mitt Romney, who was the presidential candidate a few years back. What is he doing here? Well, funny you should ask, because I've had the opportunity to actually interview him about what exactly he's doing here when he is already a very successful entrepreneur. He doesn't need to be doing this. He has more wealth than he will spend in his lifetime. What is he doing here? And his answer was he sees major companies coming to Nui because they want their consumers' feedback in a way that is beneficial to them. And Nui is setting up that infrastructure. Here's what I want you to think about. If this sounds like it's not a reality, just think about how much money a company budgets away for advertising. Think about Coca-Cola, or think about Nike. Every year they allocate billions of dollars towards advertising, getting in front of people. If they had a more effective way of getting in front of people, they're going to spend that money anyway. So they can redirect that to a channel that actually gets that in front of people who are willing to look and view their advertisements, or watch a video, or share an app, or download an app, or anything like that, and get rewarded for it. And that's where the money's coming from. So it's very transparent where the money's coming from. And then, of course, on the Mintage Mining side, that is some very staggering numbers. In fact, if you apply the compounding of the roughly average 3.2% per week, and you can do this yourself, and I had to do it multiple times because the numbers were just so out there. $1,000 over the course of compounding for the 3 years becomes well over, and this is a conservative number because it's much higher, but I don't want to blow your brains, well over $50,000. So imagine a person that's getting into college and they're going to come out with all those loans. For $1,000 based on past performance of compounding that, by the time they graduate, or actually even before that, they would have built up the assets to pay back their student loans and have a profit. Imagine a person who's going to buy a house. Imagine a person who's getting ready to get married or start a family, or anything that they're preparing for in the coming years, or someone who wants to just diversify. It's an excellent way to build up a nest egg that you know that you can see, and also you can tap into. You can withdraw on a weekly basis if you need that, or if you want to get at least your principal out, you can do that. And there's also a method of keeping or rolling or compounding 50% of every week's payout and then withdrawing 50%. So in that way you have both funds for now and funds for the future. Here is why this concept and this company appeals to me. Not only do they have a grand mission that I stand behind, but also it has mass appeal. And think about why it is that Walmart succeeds. Why it is that something that is built for the masses appeals to the masses, because it just makes sense. So this is very, very easily marketable, especially when the free becomes available in the next few weeks. And you're able to show somebody proof of concept, and they may never decide to become an affiliate. But them doing those core activities, or them doing the mining with the at least or the maximum $300 will earn you commissions. So you have a method in which somebody signed up for free and is doing activities on their phone and earning gift cards, and you're getting paid off of that. I think many of us have been in opportunities where we had to market something, where there was a monthly auto ship, where there was a product or service that you had to push that maybe you weren't using yourself, or maybe didn't have mass appeal, or maybe cost too much, or maybe had minimum requirements of you need to buy X amount, or you have this X amount of volume. None of that applies here. So it's a very, very scalable model, and that's why I love it. I can have the confidence of approaching anyone and saying, okay, I understand you don't have $125. You may not have $1 to your name, but you have a free opportunity here to build up to there. Imagine someone being able to do those activities, build up a few $100s worth of kala, and then trading that kala for a mining agreement, and now they have the snowball of the compounding, and they may be able to dig themselves out of a financial hole because of an opportunity like this. And that's why I'm so confident and standing behind this model, because I genuinely believe in it. Now, a few other things. The free model is going to be very, very amazing, very sexy. Also, they're US based. Like I said, they're in Salt Lake City, which I've visited them several times. They've contacted me because they're going to be coming to South Florida, and they asked if I wanted to hold an event. In fact, I'm planning to hold an event around that Saturday, April 7th, here in my office, and it's going to be, I'll be sharing that experience with you guys, but just know that they are about to really scale and open the floodgates with the free model. So you're going to see some really big things happening, and I will be keeping you guys in tune for that. What I also love about the company is that they are very, very transparent. And you yourself can go to their corporate head office and see their operations. They have even a room for affiliates to go and host meetings there. They are so grounded and dedicated that they have that physical location and an open door policy for affiliates to go there and have their meetings. And if the owners have time, they'll even participate in that meeting with you, just as one of the owners is coming here to my humble office and going to be helping me host a meeting here. So very open people. And finally, me and my business partners went there to discuss one very, very important thing, which is compliance. We actually are now huge fans of compliance because we want to build up streams of income that remain here. And they also agree, and that's why they have already hired one of the biggest compliance law firms called Jones Day. So they've publicly released the name of the law firm that is covering their Gluteus Maximus, and making sure that everything is in compliance for long-term growth. And again, because they're US based, they already have to comply with a lot of the things in order to operate in the US. I'm very much looking forward to working on this opportunity. It's something that I find a lot of mass market attributes, both for online and offline. It just amazing opportunities. Imagine being able to go to a church or a nonprofit organization and being able to show them how their members can contribute to the cause without having to open up their wallets, because they can just do activities on their phone, and that commission can go to the organization. And so it's a very beautiful model, one that has tremendous amount of potential. The reason that I bring this to your attention right now is because there is a window of opportunity that allows you to cast your net before all the SEO happens, before all the YouTube videos get out there, before you see it all over your social media. You can be one of the leaders that makes a name for themselves here in this opportunity. And that's what I'm planning on doing with my 20 people that I'm trying to get to at least $10,000. And by the way, that is something that I see very, very much achievable. I just need to find those 20 dedicated people. I'm already building that list of people that I'll be working with very intimately to get them there. And again, helping enough people will get me to my results. So I understand how life works in that respect. I wanted to share this information to you. If you found any value, if you saw the vision that I saw, you're more than welcome to reach out to me or any of my business partners and ask further questions, as I'll be doing more training. I'll be doing back office training as well, and even being or hosting webinars with my business partners. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully this has been enlightening for you, and you see the possibilities that I am seeing, and we can work together. So I will catch you on another one of these trainings, and we will build 2018 into the year that you remember as the year that you changed your life, the year that you walked away from having to work for somebody else and began a life of design.